Hey all, Siege here today. Well, today I want to talk as myself versus my character a little because I feel like this is a bit more real than what a typical video from my channel tends to be about. I want to talk about Warframe and YouTube in general. Recently I haven't been uploading as much, and that has a lot to do with the new position I took outside of YouTube. It really is a job I've been trying to get for the better part of the last 5 years, and now it's the one that I finally got, and it's taking up a lot of my time. I tell you this because right before I took up my current position, I had floated the idea of doing YouTube full-time, and after taking all your comments into consideration as well as looking into the logistics and reality of trying to make a living off the site, I came to the realization that it probably wasn't the best idea for me. YouTube demands constant content in order to stay relevant, and as you all know, my videos are more thought-provoking, touching on deeper meanings within the games themselves, and well, this is just really hard to do on a daily basis. My creative well just isn't that deep, so not doing YouTube full-time was really the only option. There is another side to it I thought you should know about, though. See, some of you know I've been dealing with some health issues, and, well, those are mostly due to stress and anxiety, but I didn't realize how much YouTube was actually contributing to it. See, what most don't realize about posting videos is there's an inherent anxiety that comes along with literally every upload. Think of it this way. Imagine if everything you produced or every job you finished upon completion was then emailed to the entire world for their opinion on it. Now, maybe some people might just delete the thing, others will disregard it entirely, but for those that are interested, they will click, and if it's something they feel strongly about, they may reply or share it to others for their opinion. Even with a channel as small as mine, my videos are still available to the entirety of the world, and thus the entirety of the world's opinion upon it. We're starting to see an influx of creators posting videos about anxiety, depression, and even panic attacks, and although this might not be the entirety of the reasons behind these issues, rest assured it's definitely a part of it, and in my case, it's a large part of it. I know this because when I don't post for a little while, I generally start to feel better. Now understand that I get it. This is part of the job, and for those that can do this for years, it really is remarkable in ways. It's a lot of negativity to take in, regardless of the potential overwhelming positivity many creators do receive. I think most of us can admit, negative opinions stay with us longer and way more intensely than any positivity actually does. It sucks, but that's how it is. And I tend to take stuff even harder. It's one of the reasons I like to answer so many comments, even if they are negative. If I can explain my position in a way, it eases my own anxiety. However, there is more to it. Unfortunately, Warframe is contributing to that same thing as well. Don't get me wrong. I could write about this game and its story all day. I think there's some incredible potential with what's already been established lore-wise, complete with some fantastic twists that can get a person like me thinking for days about what could eventually be. That being said, though, I've been with this game a long time, and I've been noticing a pattern that is starting to diminish the love I have for it overall. First, I think Warframe, considering its longevity, 8 years they've been doing this, and I think in gaming that really is something to celebrate. For me though, well, I like to play games. I personally don't care about cosmetics. And weapon and Warframe variety only intrigue me to the point of finding what I like to use, and then I try to really dial that in a way to become the best player I can. And in this regard, being a veteran like I am has not been easy recently. Look, I understand that COVID took its toll on everything, DE being no different, and the fact that they reside in Canada where restrictions are much worse than other places, let's say, make it that much more difficult for them specifically. Believe me, I get it. But the amount of new playable stuff has really stagnated, and given this particular statistic I saw in another YouTuber's video in conjunction with the recent purchase of the company made by Tencent and the history with other titles associated with that outfit, there is a side of me that wonders if they aren't maybe taking advantage of the community's good graces, because if this information is correct, and I have no reason to believe it's not, they're making a very good living off of skins and Prime Warframes. So even I would have to question why it would be so imperative to have to come up with new stuff that could in fact fail. Stuff like Railjack, that's taken over a year to get in a decent place. And notice I said decent, not great. I still think there's much work to be done, but the overall system is fairly interesting, and building your own can be a rewarding experience. But speaking as someone who has been playing this game for as long as I have, really isn't doing much in the way of innovating or providing a narrative to keep me playing. In ways, that's actually been good for the channel, because with all my theory crafting, it seems like it could be years until any of the things I'm predicting actually come to fruition, which, obviously would be good, especially if I'm wrong, but I don't care about that. Anyone that watches the channel should know that money and growth are definitely not the focus of what I do. I want to provide a good program for those that have come to find the channel. I've yet to set up my own Patreon account fully because I feel bad charging for what I do, even though I kind of realize that's probably not the smartest thing, and maybe it's better if I eventually do set it up completely. But my biggest concern is having people join my Patreon or potential channel memberships and then me not being able to provide the content they're paying for because, quite frankly, I'm not playing Warframe very much. Believe me, no one is more upset than me about that. I have this channel that over the past couple years has finally got some traction with content that people like, and here I am having trouble booting the game up because I just don't have anything I want to do in it anymore. I have all the weapons I really need. I have all the Warframes I need. I've got the companions I want, and now I even have the railjack I want. So what now? There's really nothing that comes out that is a must-have anymore, mainly because there isn't a lot of stuff that requires any new weapons or Warframes. The only thing that is produced like clockwork are skins and prime Warframes, and hey, maybe that excites you who are watching this right now, but I can tell you with complete certainty that ship sailed for me a long time ago. And even the quests we do get seem to be getting scaled down significantly. Just look at Call of Tempestari. What was it, 3 missions total? How long did that really take anyone to finish? And the lack of any type of true endgame aside from Fashion Frame has me really questioning the direction the team at DE are actually taking. It also brings up a point I know many of you will not like to hear, but given that Platinum must be purchased at some point by someone in the game, meaning if you grind prime parts and sell them, the fact that this Platinum exists at all means someone actually spent real money to get it. And the fact that skins have become so prevalent and the majority of the Warframe community looks at Fashion Frame as the true endgame in Warframe, does that mean Warframe has become pay to win? I realize there are some mental gymnastics there, but the point remains. If someone had to spend money for Platinum in the game to exist, buying most skins and cosmetics can only be done using Platinum, and that's the focus of the game as far as what's being created at a far greater rate than any other amount of content. Can calling Warframe pay to win be that much of a stretch of logic? In fairness, I think many games within the looter shooter genre have stagnated in similar ways, but that's not really my concern. My concern is Warframe. And with the dev team not really committing to anything on the Deviri Paradox, and given the size of Tempestari, who's to say that even that upcoming quest won't be incredibly short as well? All this has me very concerned with both the future of the game's content as well as my continued interest in it. And that really sucks because, at least on Xbox Series X, the game has literally never looked better. I am dying to have something to do. At the moment, all I do, consistently at least, is play old quests and speculate on little things I noticed that maybe I didn't the previous 3 times I played them, but that is starting to get very old. And I don't really know what to do about it. I want to provide you with what you come to this channel for, Warframe related content. I've considered putting out stuff for other games, but well, let's be real, the vast majority of you don't want to watch that, and I don't blame you. You come here for Warframe. It's like going to a grocery store, expecting to buy cereal, only for that place to now be selling furniture. Even if it's amazing furniture, it's not what you came for. And it's true, I could just work on gathering a whole new following, but you've stuck by me as I've been doing this, and I appreciate that loyalty. Now, I have another video I'll be uploading on Warframe specifically in a day or so, but I wanted you to know this stuff and where I'm at with the channel. I feel like you deserve that at least. Tell me in the comments what you would do if you were in my shoes. I'll definitely be curious to read that. Who knows? Maybe it will inspire whatever direction the channel will take in the future. At any rate, I hope you all have a wonderful day today, a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll talk at you all in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.